This is the story of Alice and Maxie. Alice, despite being 42 years old, falls in love with a young boy. Let us know how this love begins. At the beginning of the story, we meet a lady named Alice who has been working in a magazine company for the last 8 years. Alice has a daughter whom she left with her elder sister so that she can give maximum time to her work. One day, Alice is in Brazil for some work. Then at that very moment, Alice's friend calls. Her friend tells her that there is a girl who has been making the rounds of the boss for some time now, and I have heard that she is also going to get a promotion. Hearing this, Alice gets very angry because she had given everything to this company. But in the last 4 years, Alice did not get a single promotion. After completing all her work, Alice returns to Paris. While boarding a flight, Alice meets a young boy named Maxie, a college student. Maxie's economy class seat is allotted to someone else by mistake. That's why they shifted Maxie to business class. Tattoo on the seat next to Alice. But Alice is very busy with her work. At the same time, Maxie was enjoying a business class seat for the first time, sitting on which is everyone's dream. During landing, the plane experiences a sudden gust of wind and Alice gets nervous. Out of fear, she holds Maxie's hand. Maxie is pleased to see because this had never happened to him before. No girl had held his hand. Now Maxie falls in love with Alice at first sight. Friends, what we call love at first sight. And he seems to like her. But Maxie doesn't say anything. Alice's sister and her daughter were waiting for Alice outside the airport. On the plane, Maxie finds Alice's pen drive under her seat. He comes running out to give Alice back her pen drive, but by then Alice was gone. Disappointed, Maxie walks away. Meanwhile, Alice's older sister tells about a boy who is a doctor and asks Alice to meet him. But Alice was no longer interested in any partner. Alice refuses her sister and immediately goes to her office. In the office, some girls are not happy with her attitude, but she had a friend in the same office, John, who was very supportive of him. Then her friend Claire tells her that a call had come from some boy named Maxie. This call was from Maxie, who wants to return her pen drive. But Alice says that I don't know any boy with this name because Alice doesn't have time to talk to him. Alice then goes straight to her boss and asks the reason for not getting a promotion. His boss says that the articles you have written are outdated and people are not interested in them. Now you have to bring some adventure into your life. His boss shows her and says, look at Lisa over there who has married 3 times and she also a social media star. Because of that, our magazine sells well. You should also try something similar. Otherwise, if this continues for a few more days, then maybe you lose your job too. Alice gets upset after hearing from her boss. That day, she worked in the office till late at night and keeps thinking about how to bring this thrill. Then she finds a note from her friend Claire, in which it was written that the boy was talking about a pen drive. Alice then remembers that she had left that pen drive there on the plane itself. In the same way, she is already troubled. Now, new problems on top of that. Alice quickly calls the number that belongs to Maxie. Maxie was at a bar at the time, so he forbids Alice from coming there. But Alice gets there anyway. In the same bar, there are some girls who works in the same office as Alice. They are surprised to see her in such a place. Then she finds Maxie. Maxie tells Alice that your pen drive is at my house. You have to go home with me to get that pen drive. Maxie brings Alice out and he says, sit on my scooter. Alice had never ridden a scooter with anyone before. That's why she hesitated a little. She was feeling very strange and she was not even able to wear a helmet. Maxie helps her to put on the helmet. Then 2 girls comes from behind and click such photos of both of them, in which it seems that Alice is kissing Maxie, and she also posts that photo on social media. Alice arrives at Maxie's house, where he also meets Maxie's dad. Maxie gives Alice her pen drive, and while leaving, Maxie asks Alice out for coffee, but Alice refuses Maxie. Alice tells Maxie that this is not my style, that I should date a 20-year-old boy. Maxie realizes that maybe Alice don't like him, so Maxie goes back to his everyday life. The next day, when Alice goes to the office, there is an uproar there. Everyone was looking at her with strange eyes. Her friend tells her that one of your photo has gone viral, in which you are seen kissing a boy. Alice realizes it's all a misunderstanding and tells her friend that I was not doing anything wrong. But Alice's boss praises her and says, I like this new look of yours. Keep being like this. And only if something is interesting, the magazine will be sold. Alice doesn't understand what's going on. Alice talks to John about this. John says you should date that guy and that too, just to show the world. By doing this, the boss will be happy and your articles will also start becoming hits. But these things were quite strange for Alice. Alice thinks dating someone just for the sake of fooling around and playing with his feeling is not right. But Alice's mind was only obsessed with promotion. Alice now decides, and the very next day she goes to Maxie's college. Maxie is surprised to see Alice. Maxie asks, "What are you doing on this?" Alice tells him that I used to have a boyfriend in college whose name also started with M. When you asked me for coffee, so I remembered this thing. Why don't we go a little further with this? Alice talks nicely to Maxie, but it was as if Maxie was lost in some other world. He felt that he had found heaven. Alice gives Maxie an address and says, "If you come to this address tonight, I will wait for you." This is a show of Alice's friend, where many people from her office come. Maxie reaches that address. Alice goes inside with Maxie. Alice wants to make it seem to everyone that we are dating. Alice does everything she has never done before, such as drinking and smoking. Meanwhile, Alice's friend also comes there and starts touching Alice in front of Maxie. Maxie doesn't like it, so he starts making fun of his show. This makes Alice laugh too. Seeing such an insult, the guy leaves from there. Both start talking together again. Alice's sister tells her that I have called that doctor for dinner tonight, so you come back home early today. Alice is unable to refuse her sister. That's why she lies to Maxie that she has to go. Her daughter's health has suddenly deteriorated. Saying this, Alice leaves for home. Maxie drops him to the taxi and goes on foot himself. Seeing all this, Alice starts thinking that Maxie is very caring and cares about me. Upon reaching home, Alice asks the doctor a strange question in her drunken state and also insults him in front of everyone. Due to this, doctor gets angry and goes away. The day passes slowly and Alice tries hard, but she is unable to win her boss's heart in any way. So one day, Alice goes to a fashion show with Maxie, and the CEO of her company also comes to that show. All the models were walking on the ramp, and then a girl fell. Maxie immediately reaches the ramp to help her. Seeing this, the CEO's reaction becomes a bit strange. When the show is over, Alice's boss praises Maxie very much and says that I have never seen anything like this before. Maxie seems very smart too. He should become a model. Alice starts laughing at this. Maxie speaks to Alice. My mother taught me that we should respect women, and that's just what I did. Alice and Maxie both go off to dance. They come very close while dancing. Meanwhile, some girls there start clicking Alice's photo. So Maxie come out with Alice. After which Maxie drops Alice home on this scooter. After reaching home, there are some moments which may not be suitable for that time. So Alice turns back and goes inside her house. Maxie thinks I made a mistake. Maxie goes to Alice's house to apologize to her, and they both come very close. When morning comes, Alice deeply regrets her mistake. She was feeling very strange. Just then her sister and daughter came there. Alice tells them that Maxie is just my friend and there is nothing like that between us. Saying this, Alice hands over some files to Maxie and asks him to leave. But while leaving, Alice kisses Maxie. This shows that Alice has started having feelings for Maxie, which she never wanted to bring. From that day onwards, both of them started meeting each other a lot. Maxie also used to bring some small gifts for Alice. Due to this, Alice also become happy and Alice enjoys this moment a lot. But Maxie doesn't know what's going to happen. Now Alice also tells her friend John that she has started liking Maxie. Then one day Maxie asks Alice that you also have money, you also earn well, and if you are beautiful, then why did you choose me? Alice knew very well how and why their relationship began. So Alice doesn't say anything and just listen to him silently. One day a new project is launched in the office and Alice is made the head of that project. This makes Alice very happy because the thing for which she had been running for years, she finally gets it. But what will happen to Maxie now? Alice now remains immersed in this thought and decides that I should now distance myself from Maxie. But Maxie didn't know anything about this yet. The poor guy is ignorant of everything. Now one night Maxie goes to his college with Alice and he proposes to her for marriage in the auditorium there. But Alice doesn't like this at all. Alice explains to Maxie that in the next 10 years she will be 50 years old. And then what will you do? What will this society say? Maxie says, I have fallen in love with you. Alice explains to him that we have no future. Why don't you understand, Maxie? Therefore, it would be better if we end this relationship here. Saying this, Alice leaves from there. But Alice was feeling bad that she has only used Maxie for her promotion. But what could she do? She couldn't tell the truth and couldn't live with him either. But after Maxie leaves, there is a lot of changes in Alice's life. Alice doesn't talk to anyone properly, not even her sister. Alice shares her troubles with John. So John tells her that the time you spend with Maxie, it will take some time for you to forget him, Alice. The same Maxie is also no longer the same as before and shares his sorrow with his dad. His dad supports him and says, all this goes on, you should move forward in life. It seemed as if everything had stopped for Maxi. Nothing seems right to him. Just like this, Alice's life takes a turn once again. 2 weeks later, Hat comes into the office to see the magazine cover photo, but something doesn't seem right to them. Then her eyes fall on Alice's laptop. Maxi's photo was displayed on the same homepage of the laptop. Hat remembers the same boy on the ramp walk that day. Now Hat doesn't like her old models. That's why she chooses Maxi, and she says that this boy will now be our next model. Alice is not happy at all after hearing these words from the head. Alice no longer wants to go to Maxi again. Alex tells Head that Maxi is still a child and he doesn't know anything about modeling. But Alice's boss had already said yes. Then Alice's boss says, now Alice, you will have to bring Maxi at any cost, otherwise I will give your place to Liz. Alice is forced to call Maxi, and Alice also goes to Maxi's house and meets her. Maxi thinks Alice is missing me, so Alice come to meet me. But Alice goes straight to him and starts telling about her situation. Maxi doesn't like this thing, and then Maxi leaves from there. The next day everyone is ready for the shoot. Alice was also ready, but Maxi had not come yet. Then Alice starts getting scared that if Maxi doesn't come, I will lose my job too. The next moment Maxi comes to help her once again because Maxi loves Alice. He goes straight to the makeup room. After some time, John also comes there and apologizes to Maxi because it was because of John that Alice's heart was broken, and it was John who gave the idea to Alice. John tells Maxi everything truthfully. Knowing this, Maxi comes out and starts kissing Alice in front of everyone so that everyone feels that they are together, because now Maxi also knew that Alice was just doing drama. Now comes the turn of the shoot, but all this is quite new for Maxi. Maxi was not able to perform properly. Now the photographer gets irritated when repeatedly asked, and from there he starts leaving everything behind. Then Alice starts to stop him. What do you think? She will apologize to him? No, nothing like that happens. Alice instead asks Maxi to apologize to the photographer because she was obsessed with promotion. Now what is going on with Maxi? Alice had no idea, and neither did it matter. Now Alice wants this story to end here. Friends, seeing her selfishness, Maxi gets very angry with her. Then Maxi starts telling Alice the truth in front of everyone. Hearing this, everyone is surprised as to why Alice did this. Alice's boss is very angry with her because of her behavior. She is fired from the job and give it to Liz instead of Alice. That means now Alice has lost both places. Maxi is gone and so is the job. That is why it's said that those who sail in two boats always drown. Alice feels very alone after Maxi leaves. Everything starts reminding her of Maxi and misses Maxi a lot. Alice no longer had any work and wandered around aimlessly. One day when Alice misses Maxi very much, so she reaches straight to the same auditorium where Alice rejects Maxi's love. Today, right there in front of all the college students, Alice pours out her heart. Alice says that I have stopped thinking about the future now, and now I have to make my present better and more memorable. In the end, Alice apologizes to Maxi and she starts crying in front of everyone. Maxi still loves Alice as much as he did before, even though he had told her everything in anger. But Maxi don't want to leave Alice. He goes on the stage and kisses her, and everyone claps after seeing him. After this, Alice never left Maxi's hand, and both of them started a new business and started living together. With this, the story ends here. Friends, it is right to think about the future, but when we are alive today, we should think about today, especially in matters of love, because it is better to express love than regret. So friends, how did you like this story? Please tell me in the comments, and for such movie explanation, please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next movie. Bye bye, take care.